Injury-wise, no, we're good. So as we were going into the game midweek, everyone looks like they've come through Wednesday unscathed. So now it just becomes about can the players individually and collectively go again.
Joe Rawls, how is he recovering?
Yeah, he's doing really well. Back on the grass this weekend. It's too soon for him, but we're hopeful that come through a training session today and tomorrow morning, then he's back into the group properly next week.
And Brad Smith, how is he settling in?
Yeah, Brad's done great. He played 90 minutes in under-23s on Monday, which was fantastic. He's been training and he's fit in the sense of training with Bournemouth, but game time has been limited for him since he's come back from the States. So we set a game up for him at the Vale last week behind closed doors to get him some minutes, and then he played 90 minutes, obviously in Stephen Morrison's first victory at the club on Monday, also on Tuesday night, which was really good for him. So he's up to speed and comes back into the reckoning for the weekend.
And talking about individual performances, Josh Murphy, 4 goals in 5 appearances. Would you say he's turned things around for the club?
I still think it's early days for him, and I think it's important we keep him focused and working extremely hard to get better all the time. I think with Josh, ability is not in question, is it? I think for everybody that watches the games regularly and season ticket holders that come home and away, everybody knows his capabilities and his ability. Temperament on how we want to play with and without the ball is key, and some players get it really quickly and some just take a little bit of time to get up to speed, and Josh the last few weeks has been really good, been really pleased with him, and I thought his last 2 performances have been excellent, and obviously he capped it with a fine goal the other night. So you want players in form, you want players with confidence, and you want players to know exactly what the manager demands with and without the ball, and obviously now he's getting to grips with that. He can be an influential player in our squad.
Confidence is definitely what you appear to have on midweek this week. 3 points, 3 goals at Huddersfield. Would you say the playoff chances are really in sight now?
Well, I think they're more realistic today than they were 7 days ago. I'd love to get really carried away and get everyone really excited, but we've got to be sensible with it that the table's so tight that you can go from 8th to 12th really quickly, and vice versa, and as much as you can go from 8th to 12th really quickly, you can also go from 8th to 4th really quickly as well. So what I know about us at the moment is we're getting better all the time. We're a much better group now than we were weeks ago. So and that's really key for us. If you want to be successful, you have to have that spirit and togetherness, and we've certainly got that. So we have to follow up 2 really strong away performances. Luton, where we had to dig really deep to find a way to win the game. Then Huddersfield, where about as good as away performance you can see in the Championship, from soaking up non-ball time to then being really ruthless on the counter-attack. We have to follow that up with a strong performance at home, and no guarantees we're going to go and get 3 points against Wigan, because they're near the bottom of the league and we're moving in the right direction. You have to earn that right, and we have to do that, and the players have to realise that every bit of focus and energy and discipline they put into the last 2 games, we have to follow it up with, and then the creative side of the game as well that we've had. So the playoffs, we're in a good position moving forward. Do teams above us look over their shoulder at us? Well, they will do if we get the result of the weekend, and we've picked 9 points up. Then teams will look at Cardiff and fear them.
Obviously, if Josh, for example, keeps up his form at the moment, you're right in the mix really for the playoffs. Like I say, 4 goals in 5 appearances is a great start. You've lost 1 game in 11. You must be really happy with that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't put onus on Josh Murphy. The same as I've been careful not to put onus on Lee Tomlin in my time here. Is that any more? Are they any more important than Sean Morrison's performances? Any more important than Alex Smith's clean sheets? It's not. It's a team game, and that's what That's how I pride my groups on. Is being a really solid team. And then with that, you need individual performances to win your games of football, and whether that's a goalkeeper making saves or whether that's an attacking player with a bit of flair. Keeping players in form and keeping them focused and fit is vital at this stage of the season.
Obviously, there's a lot of good teams in the race at the moment. West Brom, Leeds, Brentford. Where do you rank this Cardiff team at the moment?
West Brom, I say, 6 points clear at the top of the league. They're the best team in the league, and rightly so, deserve to be up there. But we beat them 2 weeks ago, and beat them quite comprehensively in a really good game of football where we would probably play slightly better football than them, and we physically outmuscled them as well and scored good goals. So we've shown that we can compete with the best. We've gone to Leeds and come from 3 behind to get a result. We've played well against top sides. We've beaten teams at the bottom. We've gone toe to toe with your mid-table teams that can be physically overpowering in Millwall and Preston, and stood firm with them. So we've shown different ways of doing it. The consistency is what I've been after, and the teams that finish in the top 2 are the most consistent over 46 games, and the teams that finish in the playoffs are the teams that deserve to be there. We're moving in the right direction. If we can have a consistent run between now and the end of the season, then we've got a great chance of forcing our way into those positions.
Wigan at home tomorrow for you. Their away record is pretty poor, it has to be said, probably one of the worst in the league at the moment. How do you fancy your chances against them?
Well, it's the same Wigan team with that poor record that won at Leeds last week. So you always have to be mindful of the opposition. You have to be hugely respectful in the Premier League and the Championship to every team that you face, home and away. So we are. I went to the game Tuesday evening to watch them against Middlesbrough, where they put in a fine display. For 90 minutes, but certainly up till the red card incident, which changed sort of the complexion of the game. So it's going to be a tough encounter. They've got some individual players that can cause you problems, as we're fully aware of. Every team does in the division. And we focus on ourselves. We focus on us. A clean sheet mentality, a winning mentality at the moment that the players want a happy dressing room after the game. We've had too many games where we've come in and been disappointed that we've not won a game. And the last few weeks has been fantastic for that. And that's the feeling we want, and that's the desire in the group at the moment.
Obviously, someone we're expecting to play tomorrow is Welshman Kiefer Moore, the striker that could have been a Cardiff City player in the transfer window.
That's your words, not mine. Obviously, we was linked with Kiefer for reasons, obviously, that he's been in fine form for the national team, and we play in the capital city. We're fully aware of his attributes and his talent as a player, and if he plays, trying to keep him quiet is a big part of trying to stop Wigan.
Obviously, back to yourselves, you just seem to have hit form at the right time. Middle of February, 14 games left, 10 points from the last 12 points available. Like I say, you must be a very happy man.
I am, yeah. Always want more, and that's the demand I put on the players, and in a respectful way to them. Then getting to grips with how I like to work now and my standards, and we're really pleased. We've had to do some real hard yards. I think we was working out. I think since I've been here, we've played every 4.2 days, which means very limited time on the grass to work. So we've had to find our way in performances, which isn't easy to do. But we've had 10 points in 4 games and a long unbeaten record since really QPR New Year's Day. So we know we're moving in the right direction, but as quickly as you get there, quickly it can disappear. So the demand of the players has to be the focus, and being better all the time. We can still be much better than we are. We know that, and we want to do that over a period of time. We've took those small steps to get to where we are, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, we sort of find ourselves on the fringes of the playoffs. Well, now you're on the fringes, I want to be in there. So all what matters really is that we keep improving, but all what matters is Saturday afternoon, and it's win the next game mentality for us at the moment.
Lastly from me then, obviously earlier we were talking about West Brom. They're actually the only team who have lost fewer games than you, and they're top of the table. Obviously that must show your resilience, that you are a hard team to beat.
I think it shows our defensive capabilities, and it shows the team ethic that we have, and that the group's had all season really. I think we'll be right up there for the amount of draws in English football, and that's ultimately this cost us probably a place at the moment in the top 2, let alone the top 6. So, I've been hugely honest to say that turning the draws into wins is vital for us moving forward. But if you can do it with a solid foundation, give very little away, and games we've been in since we've given very few chances away. Expected goals in games, barring QPR, where they deserve to beat us. Barring we don't give very very many clear cut chances away, and that's a team ethic, and that's a desire to want to defend as a group, and then. Improving moving forward is key for us. Creating chances, and we've certainly done that in the last few weeks.